When love turns into revenge, it's never loud. It's quiet, calculated, and deeply satisfying. Just 3 weeks ago, I watched a girl who was treated like trash by her own parents finally rise, not with anger but with power. They disowned her, mocked her, and now they regret it every single day. Pause. I'm the sister of the guy who changed her life. And this is how it all happened. If you've ever been underestimated, disrespected, or treated like you were less than you deserved, hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready, because this isn't just a revenge story. It's a story about strength, love, and the kind of karma that hits exactly where it hurts. When I left home for university to study math and physics, I thought life would finally feel stable. My brother had a girlfriend, sweet, humble, quiet, the kind of girl you could sense had seen too much pain for her age. Her name was Lena. At first, she was just my brother's girlfriend, someone who spent weekends at our house. But slowly, I started to see something that broke my heart. Lena wasn't visiting because she loved the company. She was escaping. Lena's parents were difficult to say the least. Poor, yes, but that wasn't the problem. It was their cruelty that stood out. They received child money from the government, money meant to feed, clothe, and support their daughter. But none of it reached her. She lived in a dark, freezing room, with a thin blanket and broken heater. She had to buy her own clothes, pay for her bus tickets, and even cover her own food. All this from her tiny job as a postgirl, which earned her €48 a month. Her bus pass alone cost 58. She used to joke about it, but behind every laugh, I saw the sadness in her eyes. They lend me money for my bus, and make me pay it back, she once whispered. It's funny, right? Being in debt to your own parents. No, it wasn't funny. It was cruel. Her parents hated the idea of her moving out or studying. They needed her, not for love, but control. When she told them she got an apprenticeship in the city, they didn't congratulate her. Her mother exploded, screaming, calling her ungrateful, arrogant, and stupid. Her mother wanted Lena to fail, just so she could say, "I told you so." And as for my brother, her mother despised him. To her, he was the thief, the one stealing her control over her daughter. I remember my mom telling me, she doesn't want Lena to leave because if she does, she loses her favorite punching bag. Fast forward a few weeks, I came home for a short break. I expected things to be calm, but something was different. My mom told me Lena had moved in with us permanently. At first, I was stunned. The last time I spoke to Lena, she swore she'd never cut ties with her parents. But then I found out what happened. It all started with a prom dress. My mom had gifted her a beautiful one, soft blue satin, elegant but simple. It made Lena glow. When her mother saw it, she snapped. She tried to cut the dress to pieces. "If I never got a nice dress, why should you?" she screamed. That was it. That was the final straw. Lena called my brother, crying, shaking, unable to breathe properly. My mom drove him to get her. They arrived at her parents' house, where her mom stood at the door like a guard dog yelling. They packed what they could, clothes, a few books, her documents. But not everything. Her mom said, "You didn't pay for that. It's not yours." So the bike her aunt had gifted her stayed behind. The jewelry my brother had given her stayed behind. Even her shoes. And as she walked away, her mother shouted the last words that would haunt her forever. "You can always come back to us, when he's beaten you black and blue. We love you." That night, Lena cried in our living room. Not because she'd lost her home, but because she realized it was never home to begin with. My mom hugged her and said, "You don't owe them love just because they gave birth to you." And from that moment, Lena became part of our family. She registered her address under our roof, started focusing on her apprenticeship, and began to smile again. But karma? Oh, karma was just getting warmed up. See, my mom isn't just kind, she's smart. She knew the law like the back of her hand. So she helped Lena file a legal claim against her parents for all the child support money they had kept from her. Turns out, they owed her months of unpaid benefits. And since she was still only 18, Lena was entitled to even more financial aid. Monthly support, child money, and additional student funding. Meanwhile, her parents' Wohngeld, the financial assistance they got based on household size, dropped drastically the moment Lena officially moved out. Their comfortable fraud lifestyle? Gone overnight. Within weeks, their bills started piling up. The same parents who gifted themselves smartwatches and laptops for Christmas were now drowning in debt. And the sweetest part? They were forced to repay 4 months of child support, money they had no way to afford. They wrote Lena a pleading letter, asking if she could accept half the payment. I still remember that moment. We were sitting at the kitchen table when she opened it. Her hands didn't even tremble. She picked up a pen, crossed out their plea, and wrote 2 words on the letter. F*** that. Then she put it back into the envelope, sealed it, and smiled, the kind of calm, powerful smile that says, "I'm done being your victim." Her parents tried everything: emotional manipulation, phone calls, even fake apologies. But she didn't fall for it. Not this time. She ignored every attempt. And the more she ignored them, the worse their situation got. Within months, they lost their rental subsidy, got into debt trouble, and were forced to sell their car. Lena, on the other hand? She was glowing. With her new apprenticeship money, plus legal compensation, she finally got her own apartment. Small but beautiful, filled with light and peace. She bought herself a new dress. Not to replace the one her mother tried to destroy, but to celebrate the woman she had become. When I look at her now, I see strength. I see someone who turned pain into power. Someone who proved that revenge doesn't always mean destruction. Sometimes it's as simple as saying, "You don't get to hurt me anymore." Her parents disowned her, thinking they could break her. Instead, they broke themselves. And every time she smiles, every time she laughs, every time she sleeps in warmth and peace, that's her revenge. If this story gave you chills, hit that like button right now. And tell me in the comments, have you ever seen karma serve someone exactly what they deserved? Don't forget to subscribe for more real-life stories of justice, love, and revenge. Because sometimes, the quietest victories are the loudest.